Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Today, we see who's better in the NFC between the Los Angeles Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
The ball is teed up as rain continues to fall. And we're underway from Philadelphia. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Making some progress here. Races past midfield. A field flipping effort there as he's brought down on the opposite side of the 50.
What a return to get this game started. What a beginning. But where is the coverage team? And now you got to wonder, how's this going to change the way you script this opening drive?
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now run here with Blake Corum. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
When you script that first 15, Kate, and that first play is a run play, you can't do it better than that.
16 yards. First down, Rams.
Offense is set. 1st and 10.
180. Easy alert.
Throwing from the pistol. Stafford has him on the quick hitter. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It goes to the hurry-up offense here.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Rams first down.
Double right.
14. And a Rams first down.
Hey, easy. Stop.
They're going to run on first down with Corum. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10.
Hey, go here.
Offensive line fast.
Andrew Makuba on the tackle.
Second down, run by Corum. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. So it's going to be 3rd down.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Stafford from the gun. Catch made. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
7-yard gain.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Rams first down.
Corum has the LA touchdown. The Rams take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a Blake Corum touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Hurts now from the gun. That's caught with Saquon Barkley. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Rams going nickel here on 3rd down.
180, 180.
Throw here, 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. And we talked about it earlier. Brought a losing streak into the building with him. That is not a good start towards breaking that streak as they go 3 and out.
No, you want to bust that narrative, and the best way to do that is to start fast, and, well, once again, they're not.
And this punt is out of bounds with no chance at a return. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 30.
Their own 30-yard line.
Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Corum drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Dose of the hurry up here.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
Corum gets it again here. 2nd down. I mean, this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. Just couldn't get outside quick enough to take that D-line out of the picture, and one of those guys impressively got on the edge and caught him.
You know what's scary in this game today, Kate? When you watch the combine and you watch these 280-pound DNs that run like 4.6. I am really thankful I don't play quarterback in today's game.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. Throwing the out route complete. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Brock. They're going for it, 4th and 3.
280. Hey, 70.
They're going to go for it. Stafford. They connect for the 1st. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now, the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. First and 10 now from the 46. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, he'd been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
250.
Now Stafford again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come through the sack to bring around 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Empty backfield. 5 guys out wide for 3rd and long.
40. 280.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. Finds him on the crossing route. Picked up a good chunk, but they stop him shy of the 1st. It's 4th and short. Well, he came down a little awkwardly after making that tackle. Looks like he's in some discomfort now. We're going to have medical head out to check on him. Offense is staying out there, and they're ready to go for it on 4th down.
Ready, move, Dad. Go 20.
Stafford gonna go on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's good for a Rams 1st down.
That big 4th down call is how we close out our 1st quarter. The Rams out to an early advantage. We'll return to the link right after this. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Corum trying the right side. He's still going at the 30. And this play is nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Quick slant, taken in by Nakua. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and goal.
Middle.
From the red zone on 1st. Brings it in. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1.
32.
Hunter. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Rams take a 13-0 lead. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Rams double their lead to 14. Here's Evans set to kick this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
I got it.
Hurts to throw. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
To the line, here's 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap for Hurts. This one's caught. Smith has it. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
63. Go Silver, ready?
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's got Smith again. And this one doesn't go far.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Trummer. Hey, Silver. Hey, easy, 63, back.
They go play action. Here's Hurts. Buying some time right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming third down.
This defense just coming to life before our eyes, Kate, taking advantage of the situation they're in. Just feel their creativity. Right? When you get a lead like this, it just allows you to be a little looser, to play a little bit faster, and to continue to make an impact that time with a sack.
180.
Now Hurts on third and long. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Cameron Curl has it. And the Rams are going to have it after his second interception of the season. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready. Wait.
Giving this to Hunter. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Yellow 80!
It's Hunter on 2nd down. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
To the air on 3rd and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that brings up 4th and long. Nevis able to knock it through. And they come away with some points on that series.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up to the 35 to begin this drive. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. From the pistol, Hurts. Completed to his running back. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Making that throw into double coverage to a running back, I don't want to live off of that, and I certainly am not going to count on it. But give some credit to the effort it took to make that catch with a whole bunch of bodies around him.
Throwing here, Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
9 yards to go.
63.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Oh, defender there to knock it away, and he's able to do just that. 4th down coming up. Braden Mann on the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he drives this into the pouring rain. And this one will careen out of bounds just in enemy territory there. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10.
280. Hey, 22. Like 7. Middle.
Stafford from the gun. Gets this one to Blake Corum. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Eagles.
Running left, it's Corum. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard.
White, blue 60.
Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Stafford now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Ready. Get a lady. Easy, alert.
Stafford now on 1st down. Nakua here, he's got it. To the house, touchdown LA. The Rams get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's a Puka Nakua touchdown. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they paid the price over and over and over again.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Dory Jackson now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Jackson on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
One last play before the break.
No touch. The
final throw before the break. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
With each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
And he has a decent gain on what's going to be the final play of the half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Here's Evans set to kick this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
Set. 180.
Hurts now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable. And it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Great. Set. 181. Crowd left Yanni. Shoot. Hollywood Angie. Man. Delta.
Hurts setting up to throw. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That's good for an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Great. Set. Trimmer. Delta.
Back to throw. Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
First down, a run with Barkley. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's low and bounces short of his man.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Here's 2nd and 10 from the 21.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer.
Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. Air it out on 3rd. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense. You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here. But they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Here's Corum to begin the drive. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Corum again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Stafford from the gun, 3rd down. Hits him on the out route. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Offense in the hurry up here. On 1st down, here's Stafford. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it. That's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
53. Set. Hey, 50.
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. On the move, past the 40. And they're going to keep moving forward, brought down inside the opposing 30. It's a gain of 22. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
Here we go.
Working quickly here.
A gain of 22 yards. And the Rams 1st down.
Stay 50, stay 50. Over. 32.
Now Stafford again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Took his shot at 6 that time. So it's second down coming up.
That play is so impressive on so many levels. Not just because it saves a touchdown, Kate. He had to time that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or let him establish possession for the score. That is so good.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 26.
32.
Stafford throwing again. Finds him on the slant. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Working quickly here.
That's another Rams first down.
It's Stafford once more. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Puka Nacua, the target on that throw. And now they face second down. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
Back to the air we go on second. Stafford. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams lengthen the lead at the end of the third. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Revis now for the extra point. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Rams continue piling on to this lead.
Eagles 3.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out. So no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10.
No touch that. No touch.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he manages to find a little traction on that soaked field as he fights forward for a couple. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Dre, set. On anyone else. 63. No touch.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Eagles football, and they're going to look for points here, but it might be too little too late for them in this lopsided game. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Great. Set. Out. On anyone else. No touch.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Completed to his running back. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
To number 26.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on second down.
On anyone else. Hey. Carlos Yeti. No touch.
Hurts to throw. He splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
A gain of 4
I call this
yards.
quarterback's best friend.
That's good.
Some call it a safety
Eagles
valve, some call it
first down.
automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
No touch.
It's Hurts once again. Throw right side, caught by Goddard. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And again, here's Hurts. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on third down.
Kate, that was so good, really, on two levels there defensively. Number one, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
Now Hurts on third and long. Going deep here for the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles making the scoreboard look a touch better.
There's a good chance he wasn't even looking when that ball was released, but the crowd, well, the crowd let him know exactly what was going on. You could feel the swell of excitement whenever they take a deep shot. It's only going to get louder now as they were able to connect.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. A gift to Corum. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
And stick with Corum. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Just a couple on the pickup there, so back-to-back runs leave him with a 3rd and 8. Running left, it's Hunter. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Call it 1 yard on the run. That's going to set up 4th and 7. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Rams looking at a 3-0 start to the season. Rams going to punt on 4th down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. And this is marked out all the way down at the 6. They'll be dangerously close to their own goal line for this series. Offense to the line. Trips left. Here comes 1st and 10. Hurts looking to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Hits him on the in route. And they are going to have to face a 3rd down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
This one's caught. Smith has it. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
Eagles, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
180. Hey, Silver.
Hurts yet again. He's got Brown on the slant. And he will get to that 30-yard line before they stop him. They gain 11 on that play, and that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Eagles, 1st down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Hey.
Hurts throwing again. Trying to push deep downfield. To the outside. It's intercepted. Emmanuel Forbes makes the play.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
On the handoff, it's Corum. We hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. Second down coming up. So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. Brock Eddy with his first hand, all the way across the country. Feels like you're playing in the morning. You played a lot of these. That is not an easy thing to do, what they just did.
And you know what, Kate? You look back, even like the Niners of the 80s, those really good teams, they struggled in these 10 a.m. kickoffs on their body clock. You know who changed it? Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom said enough's enough. If you're good enough and we build up enough talent, we can also end this mystique or this problem of that